Yeah, so I don't know how everybody else felt when they saw Jacen, but when I saw him, I kind of, and I still don't, but I didn't believe that Jacen was Kanan's son. And there are two main reasons why I don't believe this. Those two reasons are his eye color and his skin color. So we're going to start with the skin color. Jacen, and I'm not trying to be racist or stereotypical or any of that bad stuff, but Jacen looks like a white boy. He looks, because he's very fair-skinned. He's got that pinkish kind of pigmentation around his nose and cheeks. And Kanan doesn't have that. Like, even if you look at, like, baby Kanan in episode 1 of The Bad Batch, Kanan's fair-skinned, but I'm not seeing any, like, pinkish kind of, like, blushing. That's what it is, blush. I'm not seeing any blush. And, like, he's in a cold environment, so he should be blushing or have that pinkish pigmentation, but he's not. And then if you look at Kanan when he's older, still no. So I'm thinking maybe he's not Kanan's son. Now, I guess you could argue it's because of Hera's, Twi'lek genetics, but that doesn't make sense. She's got green skin. And if you notice by Jacen's ear, it's kind of greenish at the tip. So there's the green, and then in his hair color, so there's the green. But as far as the skin color goes, it's a little too fair-skinned. It's a little more, fair-skinned than Kanan. But the next fact, his eye color. Now, I cannot explain this. I can't. His eyes, Kanan's eyes were light blue. Hera's eyes are a greenish color, a light green. And Jacen's eyes are like dark blue with like a purplish tint. So I have no idea where that came from. If you mix blue and green, Hera's eye color and Kanan's eye color, you don't get Jacen's eye color. So that doesn't make any sense. Now I also thought about his eyebrows. And if you look at his eyebrows, they are a similar shape to, little Kanan's eyebrows, if you look. But they're not the same. So Jacen's eyebrows, it's kind of thinner at the start of it, and then it gets thicker. But like little Kanan's eyebrows, they're just thick. But then they're thick at the beginning, but then they kind of get thinner towards the end. And then if you look at adult Kanan's eyebrows, it's like, what happened? So Jacen's eyebrows, his eye color, and his skin color, they do not resemble Kanan or Hera for that matter. So I'm thinking he's not Kanan's son, but I know it's implied that he is his son because Sabine was narrating and she was like, yeah, we all know what his father was like, so we all just assumed it was Kanan. What if it wasn't Kanan? What if it was somebody we already know? I mean, I think we're told that it's Kanan, so it probably is Kanan, but I'm still not convinced that it's Kanan's son. And if Jacen does happen to be Force sensitive, it still doesn't prove that he's Kanan's son. The Force isn't always genetic. Like we saw with Ezra, neither of his parents were Force sensitive, but he happened to be Force sensitive. So even if Jacen is Force sensitive, it doesn't prove that he's Kanan's son. But I think those characteristics of him just didn't match up with Kanan or Hera. So I'm a little bit like, yeah, he's probably not Kanan's son. Definitely Hera's son. Probably not Kanan. I don't know. Maybe Hera had an affair with someone. And also, I have a question. When was Jacen born? Because I don't think he was born when Kanan was around. And the only reason I'm saying that is because in the last season, I don't know which episode, but Kanan was talking to Hera And he was like, when are you gonna feel like you've done enough for this rebellion? And I forgot what her response was, but Kanan said, so you haven't thought of us. Now, us could mean, them and their son, but like, I doubt Hera was not thinking about, if they had a son, I doubt she wasn't thinking about their son. So Kanan was obviously talking about him and her. And, she's really focused on the rebellion and not so much Kanan. And so I think Jacen might have been born after Rebels, during that finale episode, like sometime before that, because he's like 5 or 6. So 5 or 6 years after they liberated Lothal, I think that's when Jacen was born. So Hera might have been desperate for love or something, I don't know, and then she got to it with another guy. I don't know. But I am definitely not convinced that Jacen is Kanan's son. But he probably is, and I'll probably be wrong. He might get darker, his skin tone might get darker, but then he's still a Twi'lek human hybrid, so it's hard to say. He probably is Kanan's son, but I don't care. I'm not convinced. But if someone could explain to me why it works, like how he's Kanan's son, then that would be great. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.